joining us on Wine and Tea with KitaT-town. Thank you for joining my show. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Now I'm going to be introducing my guest for today.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I ain't no stranger around here. It's B.I.G. Mike, and I'm an entrepreneur and a music artist.
Woo woo! Welcome back, Mike.
Okay, I'm K Huff, and I am the owner and CEO of Huff One Entertainment LLC.
Yes, sir.
Woo woo! What's up? Thank you for coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Rosalind. I'm in corrections. This is my first time here on the set.
Welcome, Rosalind.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Ebony, and I work in education, and this is my second time on set.
Second time. Thank you, Emily, for coming.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Monica. I work with children with autism as a behavior analyst, and this is my first time on this set, but I have done a couple podcasts.
Welcome, Monica.
My name is Chris. I work with property management, and I'm also a pianist for church.
Oh, I like that. Welcome, Chris. Thank you all for tuning in and joining me, Wine and Tea. Today, you might as well grab your wine and your tea because we're going to be turning it up a notch. We're going to be talking about the new school versus the old school. So we're going to get into that. First, I got a little game I want to play. I'm going to give everybody the A. Real quick, Mike. I thought it was going to be quick, but hey, yeah. And then I'm going to give everybody a B. So this game, I'm going to be asking questions. And you either raise up A or B, just pass it down. You raise up A or B to the question. So if it's the first one, you raise A. Or if it's the second answer, you raise B. Okay? We're going to let everybody get adjusted real quick. So since it's like old school and new school, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. So if you say A to the question, or you can say B to the question. So everybody can just do it at one time, okay? So, cassette tape or Spotify? Which one would you rather live with? Cassette tape or Spotify? Cassette tape? Okay, wait. Everybody said Spotify. So now I want to stop real quick. And I want to know, why did you say?
I don't know why.
Why?
Well, actually, I was just kidding.
Okay, so everybody said Spotify. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A house phone or a cell phone? Okay. All right. Nobody has the wrong answer, y'all. So y'all can say what y'all want. I'm just saying, which one you rather be living with during this time and age, you just go ahead and say which one. All right, a block party or live with social media? Okay. So let me just stop real quick. We have 2 people that say B. And we have 4 people that says A. Okay, now I know 2 of the old school say A because they probably know what good block parties is. You know what I'm saying? So both of you said block parties also. So the ones that said social media, let me know the reason why you said social media.
I said social media because I'm a homebody and I can scroll all day looking at stuff and comment with all the people in the crowds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'll look at it and be like, damn, I wish I was there, but I know deep down I don't want it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So a handwritten letter or a text? Okay, we got mixed feelings on that. I'm gonna move on. Okay, back in the day, church clothes or your tennis shoes and regular collar shirt?
I know I feel like that too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, since you got both of them up, tell me the reason why you feel like it's iffy on that one.
I mean, well, it depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
On that particular day.
On that day.
You know,
Your
I
dress
may want
flex.
to dress down. Or I may want to G up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. If you could bring back, y'all can put that down because we finna start our talk. The reason why I did that is because I wanted us to see like the difference, or if it's a difference between the old school and the new school. So a lot of them was similar things that they would like, and some of them was not. So the reason I did that, so everybody can see, like, it may not be a difference or it could be a difference. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now I'm gonna ask this question: if it was something that we can bring back, old school, I'm asking you guys that, something you can bring back from old school to now, what would it be?
I mean, the house parties, the
Man.
block parties.
Yeah, house parties.
Hey, it ain't nothing
Yeah.
like a good house party.
Yeah, house party was fun.
Y'all youngsters, y'all.
Yeah, house
know
parties
about
was
that.
fun.
Yeah.
It was real fun.
Yeah.
What I would say is, back in the day, on our street, I stayed in Michigan. On our street, we used to have like a transfer truck come to the street, and it had water in the back of it, right? So everybody in the neighborhoods can get on that truck and get in the water like a pool. I mean, right now it sounds kind of dangerous, but that's what they did back in the day. They used to actually have the fire hydrants open some days. I mean, the city used to do this, and you go outside, play in the water. That's the day everybody comes to that block where it's open, or you go swimming if they end up coming with that transfer truck. So I mean, that's something like fun that they don't do now, probably because safety reasons. But I'm saying that those was like good days. Like, everybody knew, like, when they seen that transfer truck coming down the street and they blocking the streets off, what time is it? So that's one of the things that I wish would come back. Okay, so we moving forward to the young school, the old school, new school, whatever. So something that you wish that y'all had that they had back then, now. It could be something you learned about, something you heard about. I mean, it's going to have to be one or the other because you weren't there. Right. So something back then that you would love.
So I did it when I was in elementary school, but I wish they would bring back cursive.
And cursive handwriting.
Yeah. So I did that in elementary school, but after I left, they kind of just went away from it.
Right.
So I do wish they would bring back cursive handwriting, because I mean, kids nowadays don't even know what
it is. They was like, you scribble crap?
So I do feel like bringing back cursive handwriting is.
That was a good one, Chris. Yes, I believe so. Yeah, I like that one.
I would say record players. My grandma had one, and we got her like the actual new edition record player, and I think they're so cool. And I wish I just think they're cool with it spinning around and being able to go buy records. I think that's a cool thing to have in your house. Like, it's the core, and yeah, it's better than a radio. It's better aesthetic. It's aesthetically more pleasing than a radio.
Okay.
I'm gonna be basically this way. I feel like streaming is a little overwhelming sometimes. So I wish we had like DVDs back to just pop it in, watch a movie, get our own collection. Instead of just seeing everything and kind of being overwhelmed with choices. So
okay,
DVDs is kind of new school though.
Yeah, because back then we didn't have DVDs. Right. But think about it now, though. We had VHS. Think about it now. The kids don't know what VCR tape. Yeah, the VCR tape.
I mean, I have like videos of me growing up on VHS tapes, so I can't look at them unless she pulls the VHS tape. It's like I got plenty of videos when I was a kid. I can't
even see it.
Pull it out.
Yeah, that's what it was like. The big ones. I mean,
VCR.
You know what else?
Yeah, VCR.
You know what else? They had those cameras where you take
Oh,
the
the
pictures and
Polaroid.
make
The
them right out.
Yeah.
They need to
Polaroid.
But they make those.
They make those now.
They make those not the. I don't think it's the big one.
No,
like
it's just
the
a little
small
small
ones,
film. It's a small film. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move along from that. I want to talk about like the relationship back in the days, different relationships and different things like that, and then we're gonna move forward from that. But one of the questions I want to ask, like, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all think like back in the day, the reason why a lot of like people stayed together is because of they didn't have any really options because of back then it wasn't social media or like telephones or all that good stuff, for them to actually contact somebody on social media, like inbox me, or places that they can meet up like now to like socialize with other people. So do y'all feel like back then the reason why relationship lasted longer because they really didn't have no options, or because now now you like you don't want to be with me, we could just move on, I just go to the next, I'm going to Facebook, I go to the dating app. They didn't have that back then. So what do y'all think?
I personally think it's a big reason. I don't think it's the main reason, but I think it's one of the reasons. Because I mean, you look at now, a lot of people look to social media about their relationships and they believe this stuff, which causes a lot of trouble in relationships now. I know looking back, there was no social media. I mean, you on the phone, but their mom might pick up the phone
in another room.
So I do feel like it's a big reason, but I don't think it is one of the main reasons.
Okay.
But I think it is one of the main. Let me tell you why, because I feel like the whole wave of like social media relationships, the YouTube couples, all of that, and people sharing like a relationship and it's not real, so their standard on what they feel like it should be is like their expectations are like mind boggling. They feel like, oh, your man made you mad, leave him. It's like sometimes you need to work through your issues. Everybody's not gonna be perfect. And I feel like social media brings this perfect relationship like perception. So a lot of young couples don't last because they feel like their partner should meet every checkbox and then that they should just be perfect all the time.
Basically, everybody expectations, because if you're on social media and you put in your relationship on social media, everybody's going to have an opinion. And it can be an opinion from a good side and a bad side. And if you just accepting and taking, opinions, you're not going to have a good relationship anyway.
I mean, comparing your relationship to other couples online when you don't see the back end of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think back in the day, I think they took it more serious. I think they took being with their significant other more serious than they do now. Because just like we were saying, it's so easy to just say, okay, I'm through with it. Right. But I think our parents, they looked at it more serious than they look at stuff now, the younger generations. So I think, and even if there was an issue or whatever, they kept it where we didn't know, what was going on. So they still remain together, even though they may have had issues or whatever.
Right. I feel like, these days, if you into it with somebody or your spouse, everybody knows. Like everybody literally probably knows if you're into it or something going on, because like you said, back in the day they kept it hid. Yeah. They kept a lot of stuff hid back in the day, which we talking about cheating and stuff like that. One thing about it, it probably was a lot of cheating back in the day. But they kept their stuff inside their family. If the woman end up slipping up, that man gonna raise that baby just like it was his baby, and nobody never ever know. So back in the day they I don't know if it's tolerate is the word for it. They tolerate it more than what we tolerate now.
I think.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I think there was a higher expectation from the parents and family standpoint. So they had much more higher standards. So if you were bringing someone around, they were enmeshing with the family. That was normal. They were going on family vacations. I think about my parents. They've been married. I stopped counting after 25. But I remember their anniversary. But they've been 25 plus years married, and they tell me stories about my mom would be going on vacation, she would be going here, she would be eating dinner with them because they had no other way to communicate. They didn't have cell phones, so they had to be doing things with the family. So they had to be held accountable for things. Sisters knew them, family, friends, so everyone kind of knew what you were doing. If they saw her out, somebody's gonna know because they only see each other when they're together.
Right.
That's the only time
Physically, they
have.
see you.
Yeah.
So the social media and the cell phones kind of stops that process, or it slows that process down. So you're just texting. It's just you all going places, and sometimes I think some things can be missed when you're not around others.
Yeah, I think she touched on it. Like the values is different. And what social media did was it took that human interaction away. We was created to interact with each other. And what social media did was put everybody behind the phone. So now we got keyboard gangsters, ain't that what they call them? You know what I'm saying? Make people more free to give an opinion.
Right.
And things like that. So that changes the value. And most of our kids and these kids coming up these days, they got a phone in their hand, and they coming up through that. They don't see a real old school like couple. Like we together through thick and thin, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And any issues we have, we keep it in the family and off social media.
Right.
That's why relationships lasted longer.
Yeah. Because it wasn't
Keep
nobody
folks out
else
your
getting
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody gonna have an opinion.
Right.
Especially girlfriend, they always got something to say.
Mm.
Because they're looking at social media and they're consuming this. They're looking at reality TV shows. They're looking at the Housewives, and I watch it too. No, I watch it too. I'm just saying. So if you don't have that foundation, then they're taking in this, and so when you tell them something about your man, they're like, girl, and they blah blah blah. They did do this with this lady has this. They haven't done that, and then it makes you just be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't settle for this. Yeah, you shouldn't. Come on, we going out. We all. Yeah.
And they could have worked it out.
Right.
It could have been a conversation, a misunderstanding. Yeah.
One conversation.
Do y'all feel like, since we talked about that, do y'all feel like from a friend standpoint, back then, friends was really friends and standing ground saying, hey, you need to talk to your man, or you need, or do you feel like it's a difference? Is that like a thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Huge.
For sure, because friends was family back then. Like we brought our friends home to meet our mamas, and everybody mamas knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was friends. Friends was family. Nowadays,
friends to do whatever they want.
Right.
The friend is used loosely now, though, because of social media and all that stuff.
Okay. I don't call everybody my friend.
Right. I'm the same way. I don't.
And it's no real community. I feel like even if you have a friend, it might be a friend here or a friend there, but like bringing friends home and things like that, that's not, we texting, we're calling, we're FaceTiming, so they're not coming over. They're not really, they don't even really know you when you with your day to day.
Right.
Yeah. So are they really a friend? And so I think that is a big influence as friends are.
Yeah. And with social media, people will say they're your friend because they're looking on the outside looking in. Basically, you see what I'm saying? They looking at how they think you living. you can go on there looking sharp, but honey ain't got a dime in your pocket, and they looking like, oh, I want to hang out with that person. I want that to be my friend. Mm-hmm. And in real life, that person don't have nothing going on outside of getting behind a phone and just appearing, just appearing with the filter and everything else. Because I done seen so many filters. I promise, I went to the mall and seen somebody that literally on my Facebook, and I didn't know who they was, and they spoke to me, and I was looking like, like. And they was like, hey, I'm your Facebook friend, such and such. And I was like, oh, dang. And in my head was like, dang, I ain't know. Dang, you know big head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything was different. From the nose to the mouth to, the blemishes. But hey, I mean, without all that, I'm just saying, I just didn't recognize them, because I don't you can have blemishes and all that good stuff. But when on Facebook, if I'm looking at you and I end up seeing you and you want to speak to me, just if I don't know who you are, that's probably why. It's not because I'm being funny, because I love to speak. I love to say, hey, girl, yeah. But if you look like, pony nose and, Michael Jackson nose on Facebook and, you know what I'm saying, your small waist and all that good stuff. And when I see you in person, your shoe ran over to the side, your ankles dragging on the floor and different stuff. But we going out of what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is, that's just how social media will have it.
Right.
We'll be back in because I go all the way left. But anyway, let's get back to the conversation at hand. Okay. So, do y'all think it would be a better life lived if we did not have social media?
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like ever since social media has been strong, it's pulled people from being together. Because I know me growing up, I was with my cousin all the time. We did stuff like outside activities, like we were always together, like bonding. You can't really bond over the phone,
Right.
over social media. So I feel like not having social media can bring back that old school type of like friendship, family, where you with each other. You're not just doing it FaceTime. Like, you can FaceTime all day.
Right.
But going outside, having fun, like how kids used to be. Because I look at kids now, my cousins, they just like this. I'm like, me, I wouldn't like this.
Right.
Like, I'll play the game here and there, but I'm outside riding a bike.
They
I'm talking
can't
about
even
this
ride
too.
bikes.
They don't even have
They don't even know how to
scars.
ride bikes.
Yeah.
They don't even have
Kids don't
scars.
know how to ride
I'm like,
bikes
I got
now.
scars here, and here. You just clean.
Right.
Like, my kids, when I have kids, they gonna learn how to get bullied. They gonna learn how he gonna have that, the number one, ball skin fade. You gonna ride a bike, you gonna have scars on your body. I'm not gonna let you be on the phone 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I can't do it. So I feel like social media, it can go.
It can go.
Yeah, it definitely can.
Yes.
I will say I've taken some breaks from social media, and my quality of life, I feel like being in the present moment, it's really been better just from no social media.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I always feel better too when I'm off social media. I feel like it affects mental health too on a lot of people.
It does.
Yeah. It's like you're behind the screen, you don't have that, human interaction as much, and you're thinking, you get in your head a lot because you're like, oh, look how they're living, look at my life. But, social media is fake.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can do without it.
But on the back side of it, a lot of stuff that's going on in the world that we didn't know, now we know.
Yeah.
A lot of things that been going on, like overseas in different places like that we never knew about back in the day and didn't hear of it on the news.
We had those encyclopedias, and that was history.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we have
so,
right now with
like
social media.
Right.
Yeah.
Like now is a lot of stuff that you actually see and gain knowledge too, with the social media.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons of it.
It definitely is.
I feel like it should be limited though.
Yeah, that's why parenting is so important,
Yeah.
to make sure we can put limits on what we allow our children to see, how much time that they're, on social media. That plays a very, very important part.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said parenting. Because now we're finna dive into, do you feel like parenting now is different from old school? We're going to ask the old school first.
Yeah, I do. It's way different. And honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but these kids born nowadays, they a whole lot smarter than we was. I mean, they come out and they know, you know what I'm saying? They way faster than we are. So, man, I mean, bringing kids up in this day and age, you can't use like old school tactics. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when we do something, we get our butts whooped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be beating on these kids nowadays because they don't learn from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no lesson in that. But I mean, should you put your foot down? Oh yeah. I think that should never go anywhere but, getting whoopings like we did. I don't think that.
So you think the whoopings wasn't a lesson back then?
It was. It was, but you know how you get. I grew up in a crazy house. So, I mean, I got whoopings all the time. So.
What's up?
Of course, it's between now and then, it's a lot different. Like my man here said, we got whoopings. You know, these kids these days are not getting whoopings.
Yeah.
And you can tell the difference. You know, you can see it on social media where these kids are in school bucking up at the teacher. Now, just think about if we did that back in the day.
Man.
You know, you're going to get a whooping
From
at
the
school.
teacher.
Then you're going to get another whooping when your mama or your dad come up to the school to pick you up because you're getting suspended after you got that whooping. So, but nowadays is I think the parents are just, well, for one thing, the parents are a lot younger. And so that makes them more lenient towards the kids. So yeah, I mean, that's a big difference.
Well, guess what? You know, back in the day, people was having kids at 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but back in
But
the day,
they had a parent,
there
mother,
you go. There you
or
go.
that was there, or aunt, or somebody that they were able to kind of bond with them and help them raise that child.
Yeah.
So that same mama that was whooping on that 14 or 15-year-old that had that child, you know, she was spanking that little bitty baby too. Now, you know, mama and the baby was getting whooped.
Both of them.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I feel like now in the a lot of parents, they're younger and they want to give their child things that they have because their parents were a little bit more strict. But I feel like there's a line there that their kids probably don't take them as serious as they should. So when it comes to authority or like people at school in the classroom, they're not receptive to that. And they're not getting whoopings when maybe some they should. And some kids, they may just need to get their stuff taken away or stuff like that. So, but you definitely see a lack of whoopings in the school. Yeah.
I feel like this is something that I think about a lot because the Bible does say
spare the rod.
To spare the rod. And I think it's a way to do it to where it's appropriate discipline. And I think that the parents are still trying to be outside and have fun and have they're trying to still, live their life like they don't have a kid a lot. And so their kid sees that, and so that's where there's a disconnect with, okay, are you authority or are you friend?
Right.
Back then, like there was no, I never looked at my mom like a friend. And I'm like, yeah, I cannot go to her to tell her I did something or I kissed some guy in the corner.
Right.
I can't tell her that. I'm not going to go to her and tell her those things because she set that barrier of like, I'm not your friend.
Right.
I'm not out here doing this. I'm here doing this, cooking dinner, and this is how we're going to manage the household. So I think that's missing in a lot of households.
Yeah, I agree with all of it. Because me, I was bad growing up. I wasn't bad, but in school I was bad. I mean, elementary school, my principal whipped me with the paddle. My kindergarten teacher whipped me with the paddle. And I mean, it's just like discipline in school, a lot different now. I mean, kids, they don't care.
Right.
Me, I feared my mom, I feared my dad. And it was just my mom, me, and my brother. She raised both of us by herself. So growing up, I could see like, yeah, as much trouble as I get in school, I need to reel it back in because she's doing everything she can. She's working all day trying to make sure she can feed both of us. And the last thing she wants to come home to is both of us getting in trouble.
Right.
So I definitely know for me growing up and getting whoopings or whatever, definitely disciplined me to the person I am now versus kids nowadays. I see my cousins and they just don't care. They keep doing the same thing. I'm like, whoopings don't work for them.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it depends on the parent, depends on the child, because you can whoop a kid all day now and they'll look at you and be like, so what?
Especially when you don't talk to them and explain the reason why.
That's
consequences that comes behind this whooping. This is the reason why, because I don't want you to do this later on in life.
Right.
Or we're trying to avoid this happening later on in life. So that's why it's always important that, we talk to them and explain to them I don't know if y'all heard that statement, how the parents just said, this gonna hurt me worse than
It hurt you.
Yeah. But because if you don't, I mean, I used to hate whooping my kids. But I did it because I didn't want them to turn out bad.
Right.
Or to be, just, a menace to society. Just going. Kids, yeah, I want them to be decent citizens,
So I'm feeling like what it's looking like a lot of kids now have less fear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just less fear.
Yeah.
Because like y'all said, back then it's like stuff they do now is like, I wouldn't dare say that to my, you know what I'm saying? Your mama call you and you be like, what is it? Or what? I mean, like you had to be very careful of the tone.
That was an instant now.
Yes.
What? To your parents.
It's like the tone is different from what you've been, I could just sometimes my kids, like now, I don't have any bad kids, but just some stuff they do, I think in my head is like, I can just feel the slap. Like, I can feel the slap from my mama. Like, so I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I just think like, whew, yeah, you gotta catch yourself. But yeah, like, I shoot, them backhands, baby.
Like even now, I might be 25. My dad, he's 46. I still say yes, sir. No, sir. Like that's just what he instilled in me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change.
Yeah.
Like I'd always respect my parents in a way where it's not something where it's going against the family. I'm always respect my parents.
Right.
But I definitely like nowadays.
You say, hey, I'm gonna call your mama.
Okay, call her.
Call her.
Give me my phone. I'll call her.
Right. Then you get on the phone and like, okay. Okay, well, that was
many times I've got beaten at school by my mom.
But I do want to say this because I wasn't raised in the South. I know in the South, ma'am, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, is a type of saying, of respect in the South. But we still have respect in the North. But we didn't say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. We just had to say yes and no. The or what, none of that.
That what will get you knocked out.
The what will get the what knocked up out of you.
Like what in any, if you a kid, you can't even
the
say
what is like a cuss word.
Yeah, for real.
What was like a
what
cuss
will
word.
get you knocked out.
Yes.
Like you can't say what on the normal. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You better just, if you gotta use what in a sentence, just skip over the what.
Yeah, try to use something else.
Right, use another word.
Right. Because baby, that was a knocking out already. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it is a difference from the North and the South. And I know some people that meet up with people from the North and they don't say yes ma'am, no ma'am, or whatever. They be like, oh, they so disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. Everybody raised different.
Yeah.
The respect up there just come from a different type of level, and it's a different type of the South and the North just
It's
raised
a different atmosphere.
It's a different atmosphere.
I was raised up north too, and being down here for the last 12 years, it's definitely different. It's a lot different. And I don't want to go away from the whole topic of the show, but it's a different level of respect for the person in the South than it is up north. Like up north, I mean, you mind your business.
You mind your business.
You see something going on, they fighting over there.
You mind your business.
Somebody laid out on the ground, he'll get up. But down here, people is going to check on that, like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot different.
And the difference being because, like, here, I see somebody, hey, how you doing? I know how to turn that off. When I go to Detroit, I turn that off. I don't speak. I go in the store, come out the store. It's not, hey, how you doing? You speaking to somebody, that's like you trying to do something. Something going on, something funny. It's a what? So.
Is you cool?
Right. It's like, you don't do it. Don't go up there and talk about, hey, how you doing? Nothing like that. But, like, it's a difference. I have to turn it on and turn it off. When I'm in Detroit, I'm totally act a totally different way. Totally different way. It comes on, it turn back on. But when I'm here, I can be just like, hey, how you doing? Whatever like that. And that's it's just that. But to go back to the old school and different things of that nature, I do feel like it's the fear. It's down to the fear
of authority.
of authority from the schools to at home. And basically, if they do that at school, 9 times out of 10, they do that at home. Because it's hard to, be so bad at home and you're scared of your mom and then go to school and do the same thing because you just have that fear because it is an adult, not just your parents.
Right.
Just that respect that you have.
And also, go ahead. I would think about like what they're seeing. They're seeing on TV at police. They're seeing all these things with society going against authority figures versus when we were younger, we weren't seeing that. We respected police officers. We thought that was cool to be a police officer. We thought firefighters are coming into our schools and things like that. So we looked up to them. Right. The kids now they're seeing that. And they're seeing police doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Correct.
And they're like, why would my look up to this authority figure?
Social media.
Social media. But guess what? The police been doing it. But we just now seeing it. Police been doing it. So, we just not seeing it. Now we're gonna go to the music part. We're gonna ease on to the music. Now tell me, like you just said, they hear F the police. Do y'all think? Now that was like F the police, but the stuff they say now.
You can't
In the music.
understand that.
I mean, like, I don't even know what to say.
So you hear your mouth just like, oh, wow.
Right.
You never saw all those words put together like that. And I feel like that just makes sense. Sometimes say that. Some songs now, I feel like they focus more sounds good, feel good. Back then, I feel like we had more deeper meaning behind it.
Yes.
And those blues told stories.
Yes.
They told stories.
I like a song that tells stories.
Yeah. What comes about that? I feel they was talking about the same thing in a different way. I feel like if you listen to the old song,
It was more tactful though.
It was more tactful. Like they were talking about, so we were in the same topic.
Yeah.
You can have that conversation without saying the words.
The old school that you're talking about is archaic. That's one of the ground. But the real old school that we had was the old schoolers were Luther Vandross, Freddie Jackson, people like that.
Anita Baker.
That were, Anita Baker, singing about love, or trying to, they were making music that would help us get that young lady that we're trying to get.
Right.
'Cause back then you called me. If you're a female and you call me, I got Luther.
Playing
I'm finna spread it on. And by the time we get off that phone, you gonna tell me you love me. And we just met. So,
the music back in the day really shaped the sound of the music today.
Right.
Like if you take away all the old school music, today's music won't be anything. Like because old school music really give you that real feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to an old school song and not feel whatever that artist was saying on that song.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. That's why most of the music from back in the day is timeless.
Yeah.
Today
they remaking it.
And
redoing it.
All they talk about is getting high these days.
Yeah.
Just like you got the
Getting
certain
high
amounts of like YNs. Their music is talking about what they just did. They killing somebody. They making a song about it. I'm just like, you snitch niggas.
Yeah, them songs be getting for real.
But now, y'all, I want y'all to tell me that a song that was like back in the day song, the old school, a song that was back in the day that actually you still like listen to like right now?
There's so many.
Yeah, right.
You got tender love. Uh, if this world was mine.
Yeah,
You know, you got New Edition.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Just it's so many.
Yes, it is.
Versus what they have now.
Yeah. But you know what? They used to have groups back in the day.
Yeah.
Like now, it's no groups.
Yeah.
It's no groups.
Yeah,
And
R&B in itself is going away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, R&B is holding on by a string.
Right.
Like,
R&B.
give me a R&B artist today.
Is it Mary J?
Well, she's considered old school.
Yeah, she been. Trey Songz is not old school. He's not. Trey Songz is not old
She was
school.
saying new school. She was saying new school.
Oh, okay.
Okay, new school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you really ain't got ready.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, pulling it a little bit.
Well, I mean, this is like
Chris Brown.
they grew up with us.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like
That's what I'm saying. So
you don't really have no true
New.
like,
Yeah.
true
Like,
R&B artists.
right.
something you can relate to.
Right. Yeah.
Like what I wonder what like a group, like if a new school R&B group came out right now, would they survive in this?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
They got their social media right. Maybe
Well, the shit was in their 30s, maybe. That might.
I feel like maybe
I don't think so.
3 years in, and then they do their solo thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're gonna break off and do solo thing eventually. They won't stay together. Like I feel like if there was one.
I don't know. I wish somebody would come with the R&B group. I love it. I'd be on board.
Well, Wanye, his boys, they got a group, but I mean they singing mostly R&B, like old school songs. Like they cover a lot of old school songs. Like they make their own songs, but they new songs feel like an old song.
Oh, okay.
So all them boys can sing, and they real young too. So
Oh, that was it. He was from Boys
Boys
right?
Men.
Yeah. Yes. That was a perfect. Perfect group.
Love
Never.
Boyz II Men.
Yeah, I love Boys to Men. All right, y'all. That concludes everything that I wanted to ask y'all. I mean, this was a great show. I love speaking with y'all about old school, new school. I just wanted to switch it up because, we talk about relationships, talk about stuff that's just real serious. And I just wanted to kind of ease on this time. Just talk about, just regular time. So I thank everybody for coming. And also, I want to thank the set also. I would like to thank the set. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Also, get with the set if you need any pictures or anything fun. If you need to rent it out, just contact them. It should be down below. And thank you. See you next time.